At times, there's an uneasy sense of calm. Oh, we're hearing reports, maybe things have calmed down today. Then the next day, whoa, we were wrong, it's actually getting worse. Some people saying there may be 25 times more cases than reported because there are, of course, thousands of people out there that haven't necessarily been formally diagnosed. When I flew here, I actually got on a plane. I was flying domestically, but I got on a plane that had just come in internationally. And you sit there and you're thinking, where did this plane come from? Yeah. Who was in this seat before? Everyone at the airport is wearing masks. And I am noticing this false sense of security because a lot of people are wearing these just over-the-counter surgical masks. Can you just quickly address why that can, in some cases, maybe even cause more harm than good because the potential of misusing it? Can you address that?
So the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization do not recommend individuals which are not infected to wear a mask. It does give you a false sense of security, and it actually causes more harm than anything because you're sitting there, you're adjusting your mask, you're putting other germs around your face, and that's actually opposite of what's recommended. The recommendation is to keep your hands clean and to not touch your face. So if you're not sick and you are putting on a mask, you're constantly touching your face and adjusting that mask. So I highly recommend against the N95 mask or a surgical mask. Not recommended by the CDC or the World Health Organization.
I think that's such important information because just seeing everybody in masks just creates psychologically just such a negative thing. I flew back from Seattle a couple weeks ago and half the plane had masks on, and I'm like, whoa.
I saw people at the airport, and ironically, I've been flying on all these out of terminals that are international, and you know, and I'm watching people, and they're touching doorknobs, they're touching things, and then they're taking their hands and they're adjusting their mask and like rubbing their eyes, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, don't do that. So we're trying to protect ourselves because we're scared. Great point. If you're sick, wearing a mask is a great thing because you're going to potentially prevent transmission to others. Drew, you're going to Dubai.
I'm dreading it. I was ready to pack my masks. But I have you, the expert here.
Well, a lot of it is good hygiene, right?
But I'm gonna bring some wipes with me.
But you have to wash your hands. You gotta wipe down the. I do this actually all the time, so now I feel very validated for doing this. I literally wipe down my entire area when I board a plane. I wipe down the seatbelt. I wipe down anything that my hand's gonna touch. I wipe down the TV screen. I mean, you need to be really, really clear about having good hygiene, especially on planes and crowded places, right?
Yeah, I think what you're doing is the exact thing everyone else should be doing. So just take your regular precautionary measures and just be aware. I mean, there is this obviously infectious transmissible disease going around, but be mindful. You do not need to put a mask on.